Hey guys, Ike here from Mike's Outdoors. Today we're here to do a review on the WO Sports 16 megapixel wildlife scouting camera. And we got this in a box. We've had this out in the field, but we just put it back in the box here to do the review. We wanted to kind of unbox it and show you what all it came with. So this is what you're going to get in the box with this thing. You're going to get your trail camera. Again, WO Sports on there. You're going to have your strap for the tree. Now you're also going to have your instruction book, and right here on the side you're going to have a couple cables to connect this to your TV and to connect this to a laptop. So you're going to have those things right there. So let's get this stuff out of the way and just get into the features of this camera here. Let's prop this thing up a little bit. So first off, there's a couple things that I like about this camera right off the get-go. As we said in the name, this is a 16 megapixel camera. This thing takes awesome pictures when it's set on the 16 megapixel setting. And it also is 1080p and at 30 feet per second, which is really good. The video on this thing is awesome as well. And before we get into the features, we'll insert some video and some pictures here so you can just see how good those look. Okay, so you can see now those were set on the highest setting that you can possibly set this camera on. Those were set on the 16 megapixel size on this and the 1080p video size. Now this also does as small as 3 megapixel, it does 5, 8, 12, and 16 megapixel on the video. It does VGA, WVGA 720p, and 1080p. So the video and picture quality really can range quite a bit on it, up from low quality up to high. This works both day and night, has infrared lights on here you can see. I've walked past this thing several times, and when they flash you do not even see this thing. This has a 2.4 inch LCD screen, which we're going to show you on the inside. Now this also has some beeping sounds to it that you can go in and manually turn off. So you want to be, if you're going to be out hunting, you like the beeping sounds, that's fine. It's just when you're pushing the buttons that it's going to beep. I don't like them, so I went ahead and turned them off. Memory on this, you can get up to 64 gig card. And if you're going to use video, I highly recommend you get a 32 or 64 gig card, because the video does take up quite a bit of space on your card. Now the angle on this has a PI sensor. And PI sensor levels can be low, normal, and high. The sensor angle is 90 degrees, so it's going to have 90 degrees of angle on that sensor. Trigger time is 0.5 seconds, and this is the only camera that I've seen that says this. 0.5 seconds when using a 2 gigabyte SD card. So I don't know how the SD card affects it, whether it makes it slower or what, but this one actually specifies that it's 0.5 seconds when using a 2 gigabyte SD card. Now we had a 32 gig card in it, and we didn't have any trouble catching deer coming and going. The trigger speed was still really good. The interval on this, you can do this from 1 to 6 photos on it, 1 to 3 available on 16 megapixels. So if you get into the high quality, you can only do 1 to 3, but the lower qualities you can do 1 to 6 on that. Video length, you can do 5 seconds to 10 minutes, so that's really nice there as well. It does have a lock, so when you get in this thing, you can lock the controls. So someone can steal it, but they can't unlock it. So it does have a lock on the side, which you can lock it up there too. This also has a ton of different stuff to talk about on here, but we're gonna skip some of this stuff. Battery mode on this stuff, if it's on standby, says 3 to 6 months. We've taken quite a bit of video and quite a bit of pictures with it, and it's still up in the 70% range, so it's pretty nice as far as battery life goes. Now this thing seals up really nice. It's got a couple latches right here on the side, and I'll just show you how this thing works. Just like that, you got your controls right here, and I don't have a card in it right now, but what you can do is you can actually turn this to test when you turn this on test, you can hit, it says Bushwhacker there, you can hit replay, and you can see there's no images there. If I had a card in here, it would actually bring up the images, and I could actually run through this thing and set this thing up. Now, if with it on test, I can go to menu, I can set everything up there. It's real easy to use. You got OK, you got exit, so I can go through all this stuff. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I can push OK, I can delete the images. I can go ahead and then I can put it to whatever I want to from here and set my camera up, my format, my SD card, set my clock, and it does have all your information that you're going to need on there. Your clock, your temperature, your date, your moon phase, all that stuff like that. Also, there's your beep sound, so you can set your beep sound to turn off. Loop recording, you can turn on loop recording. Password, you can see the password on mine still at 1234, so you can change that and lock this thing up. So pretty easy camera to set, pretty easy camera to operate, and it's really, really nice that you can go back and look at the images on there just by pushing test and pushing replay. Now, locks up nice and tight, is weatherproof. We had it out for quite a while. Camouflage on it is pretty good. Now, I really do like the back of it. The back of it is really nice, and I like the way that I can put my strap in multiple locations. I can even put this thing on a branch if I want to, because I can run my straps through the bottom and through the top. So I really like the way they set that up. Now, what I really don't like is the strap. The strap is fairly short and it's fairly hard to deal with. You can see I actually cut that and burned it because it was hard to get the thing in there. It's just a simple matter of putting it through there and feeding it back through, but it doesn't tighten up very good, and it's just kind of a cheap little strap for a camera. Otherwise, that's you know, not cheap for sure, and a camera that's a really high quality camera and a really 16 megapixel, you know, 1080p, does everything great, and you got this cheap little strap on there. So I don't like that strap at all, and I'm going to end up replacing that strap. But overall, this camera is outstanding. Some of the best pictures I've ever seen. This is the, it says Bushwhacker up here on our deal, and then down here it says model Big Eye D3, made by WO Sports. So, outstanding camera. The video quality and the camera, or the picture quality on this thing, awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. We got some really cool pictures of a nice young buck and some really cool video of him, and this camera works great. Has proven to be pretty tough, pretty durable, pretty weather resistant. We haven't had any troubles with it as far as functionality. And like I said, overall, my only real gripe is the cheap little strap that it comes with. So we'll put a link down in the description, and you can go and you can check this camera out just by following that link. And for more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and be sure to check us out on Facebook under Ike's Outdoors. Appreciate you guys watching.